Malaysia's 1 ringgit banknote was first introduced in the first banknote series in June 1967. The front features a portrait of Malaysia's first king, Tunku Abdul Rahman, as well as the denomination. And the reverse features the central bank's logo, along with the denomination in a geometric pattern. In terms of security features, it features a watermark of the national animal, the Malayan tiger, and a fully embedded security thread. Nothing glows under UV light. This is the first variant of the 1 ringgit note. In 1976, the central bank introduced an updated version of this banknote, in which the only difference compared with the first variant is that the denomination to the bottom left on the front is now featured in a latent image security feature. The rest of the note is still the same as the first variant. In July 1980, the central bank has a new governor, and with that, a new signature on the note. The first series of the note was issued until 1982. In January 1984, Bank Negara Malaysia introduced the second series of Malaysia's 1 ringgit note. The front of the note now features a floral pattern, and a braille dot is featured to the top left. On the reverse, it features the national monument and the central bank's logo. For security features, it has a watermark of Tunku Abdul Rahman, a fully embedded security thread, latent image of the denomination, see-through register of this flower, and UV ink, in which the central bank's initials will glow on the front. This variant of the note was issued until 1984. In June 1985, the central bank got a new governor. In 1986, the central bank began to introduce an updated version of this 1 ringgit note. Design-wise, the watermark area is now blanked, and a microprint line of the central bank's name has been added to the edges of the note on both sides. These circular edges to the note's corners was also removed. The floral pattern on the reverse was slightly removed. The serial number has been repositioned. The see-through register is slightly bigger, and the latent image now includes the dollar symbol. And under UV light, a box with the denomination and central bank's initial glows. The braille dot was also removed for some reason. Other features like the security thread remains the same. Now I can't pinpoint the exact date, but between 1986 and 1989, the central bank also introduced another updated variant of the note. The only difference with this note is that now it features a windowed metallic security thread. And under UV light, this patch glows to the bottom, along with the serial numbers. The rest are still the same. This note was issued until 1989. Afterwards, the central bank didn't issue this denomination anymore, since there's also a 1 ringgit coin in circulation, but they still remain legal tender. In November 2000, Bank Negara Malaysia introduced a new 1 ringgit note as part of the third series. The reverse now features Mount Kinabalu and a Wow Bulan. The dollar symbol was no longer used, and a Jawi script was added. The note's security features are also basically the same as the previous series. A watermark, see-through register, latent image, microprint, a windowed metallic security thread, and UV ink, with the reverse now also glows. This design of the note was issued until the introduction of the fourth series in 2012. Throughout this period, there were no introduction of an updated note. And since the governor throughout this time period didn't change, there were also no signature updates. Well, almost. So technically this series is the only series where the 1 ringgit note has just one variant. In 2012, the central bank introduced the fourth and current design of the 1 ringgit note, which is issued in polymer. The front now includes a hibiscus, the national flower, to the center. And on the reverse, it features a wawh bulan. For security features, it has a transparent window to the left, a watermark, a half-transparent window, a see-through register, microprint, and UV ink. As of recording, this series of the note also has no updated security feature version. But the governor throughout this period has changed 4 times since 2012, and thus, there are 4 signatures for this note. There are other several small differences in terms of design for this note. On earlier versions of the note, the central bank's name, denomination, currency name, signature, and braille line has diagonal lines going through them. On later versions, it was removed. And beginning in 2023, the color of the note has also slightly changed. The ink for the note has gotten more saturated, especially the purple in the background to the center. On earlier versions, it was hardly noticeable that there is a slight purple in the background, but now it is drastically more visible. Now the other denominations also have a more saturated color, beginning in that year, but this change is probably most visible for this 1 ringgit note. The reverse still has the same color tone. And that's mostly it. I already made a separate video about each of these notes respectively, and if you want to watch them, I'll leave a link in the description. Thanks for watching.